maybe we'll close by just reviewing this last section. So this is in schools in general. And one of the subsection alterations here is not that the minister may establish, that's replaced with the wording the minister shall establish. So this now becomes a requirement that policies and guidelines have to be put in place with respect to promoting racial equity in schools, which must include policies and guidelines respecting training in this racial equity doctrine for all teachers and other staff, resources to support pupils, teachers, and staff who have been targeted by racism, strategies to support pupils, teachers, and staff who witness incidents of racism, resources to support them who have engaged in racist behaviors, procedures, this is really a terrible one, procedures that allow pupils, teachers, and staff to report incidents of racism safely and in a way that minimizes the possibility of reprisal. So there goes facing your accuser, and there goes the presumption of innocence, and that necessitates the establishment of quasi-judicial boards of inquisition, the use of disciplinary measures within the framework in response to racism, etc., etc., etc.
The details that you've outlined here, and again, you've done a closer read, but these are, it sounds rhetorical, but it isn't. These are horrifying. We don't let other people judge other people. And we don't bring in a crowd of self-dedicated, unidimensional, predetermined minds on some particular cause, then to become judiciary, investigator, punisher, publisher of other people. And we're also building the whole idea of an anti-racism curriculum that is this deep and this obsessional, is that you are acceding to the thought that the thousands and thousands of Ontario teachers are morally deficient. They're morally weak. That we have been running a system here, and until we get these new angels of racial purity and start teaching them all about bias and oppression and everything else, that the bunch running our schools are either uneducated or bigots. But again, so here's the thing that more than I gotta keep saying it. Once you make obsessional and pervasive and saturated the concept of critical racial theory and make that the soul of the educational effort, you have displaced the educational effort. You are cheating young people. You are cheating their parents. You are lying to them. I would like to see just 1 month that 8 or 9 Ontario school boards put out something not racist, not about sex, not about transgender, not about environmentalism, but about a damn subject in their schools and how it's getting better. When was the last time that the educational authorities of this province started firing out bulletins saying, boy, are we teaching better than we've ever taught before? Our students are alive with the hunger for knowledge, and they are ecstatic when they find new adventures in thought. Their minds are growing, their characters are stronger, they love their country. How's that as another one to throw in there? And where instead of this is this alien, perverse, angry, useless doctrine becoming the central, the cardinal impulse and dynamic of a modern educational system. It is terrible.
Well, Rex, I think that's probably a good note on which to end this rather pessimistic discussion.
Yeah,
I hope the Conservatives and the Liberals, the small L Liberal types, Canadians in general, parents in Ontario and in Canada, take the time to actually read through this bill and think about it. And then to try to ask themselves how in the world we got to this place.
Yeah, that's the big question. How do we get here? How do we get out of it? Jordan, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks for your time, Rex.